Hi everyone, this is Merly and welcome to Gardening in Kentucky YouTube channel. Today is October 16th and I would like to give you a little tour of my garden. Most of my plants are gone, but I'm going to show you whatever is left in here. First of all, my garden is full of marigold. I've been trying to clean this up, and this is the area that had my pumpkin, squash, and corn. And as you can see, I've cleared most of the area. This area here is the one that I need to work on today. I have pink zinnias. This is done right here. Couple of tomatoes. Peppers are going stronger. We have the different kinds of zinnias right here, yellow, orange, pink. That's my bird feeder. Let's go this way and I'm going to show you what I have. So these were the little marigold plants that I had whenever I had my pumpkins in this area. Now that the pumpkins are gone, the marigold plants have grown so much and they're full of flowers and they're bringing in a lot of pollinators, bees, and like in the morning there are so many butterflies in this area. This is a basil plant and I have been harvesting some seeds. So these brown ones are the seeds that are ready to be harvested for next year's garden. And I have a few Italian basil in my garden, so I just let them go to seed so I can have some more for next year. Over here, I planted 3 rows of Pak Choy. Each row has probably 20 Pak Choy plants. They're still a little bit small, but in a couple of weeks, these Pak Choy plants will be ready for harvest. The good thing about this is that these Pak Choy plants like the cool weather, so this is perfect for fall. These plants can also tolerate light frost. Now right here, I have my sunflower, I have my lemongrass, and then let's go over here where I have my bitter melon. And this bitter melon was loaded with fruits. I have just harvested some bitter melon fruits from this. I'm going to show you. I put them in the ground so you can easily see them. Look at all of this bitter melon coming from 2 plants. I have 7 moringa plants. These moringa plants are ready to be transplanted into the pots so that I can take them inside the house. We have another one here. I also need to harvest the leaves of my moringa plants. So that's 3 moringa plants in this row. And then I have the smaller ones right here. And then there's one here and there's one or couple over there. Next is my opal basil, the purple colored basil, which has gone to seed also. So I will be busy collecting seeds from my plants. And here's another one. This is my oregano that has spread already. This is thyme and my little rosemary. I don't know if you can see that, but this one is rosemary. In this bed, I planted some strawberries. Fall is a good time to plant the strawberries as long as you give your strawberries time to establish its roots. That should be good. And these plants were planted in here a week ago and they are doing really great. The other end of this raised bed where I planted my strawberries still has my Pak Choy seedlings. And these are all volunteer plants from the Pak Choy that I planted in the spring. I was supposed to collect the seeds of those Pak Choy plants. Unfortunately, it rained the night before. I was supposed to collect the seeds and all the seeds fell in the ground. And that's why I have hundreds, maybe thousands of seedlings growing in this bed. Next is my purple beans. I have a few in here. Although it has gotten colder already, I am still harvesting from this bed. This raised bed has my sweet potatoes, and as you can see, this sweet potato leaves look so pretty. They are not brown yet, but I think this is ready for harvest as well. So can't wait to have some sweet potatoes. Also, you can eat the young leaves of the sweet potatoes. I usually put them in soup or saute. Over here, as you can see, I have some red Malabar spinach, and I just let this go to seed. And as you can see, some of the seeds are already dark. I leave them in here and then let them dry so that I can plant the seeds next spring. You can also cut out a stem and plant it in a pot if you want to keep that, during the winter time, so that you will have a plant ready in the spring. This row has my green beans. I'm done with green beans. What I'm doing is I'm just letting the green beans dry on here for seed collection as well. This is an amazing plant. This one is called string beans or snake beans. I learned that this plant needs a strong trellis because whenever they vine out, they get so heavy, and I put some sticks here that I collected from my garden, and then every time it rains or if the wind is strong, they just fall over. Well, the good thing is that this plant is still producing a lot of beans. In fact, I have this one bucket of string beans. These are all string beans in this bucket that I just harvested. That is so cool, guys. This is my 1-year-old jalapeno pepper that is still producing. I keep on harvesting from this plant, and look at this. It has some more ripe fruits. The ripe fruits are still good. I mean, you can use them, but usually we harvest the green jalapenos for cooking. If you want to save seeds from your jalapenos, you need to wait for those jalapenos to turn red like this, and then collect the seeds and dry them, and save your seeds for next year. Next row, I have here my eggplants. I actually have 2 rows of eggplants, so I have the smaller ones in here, but I didn't get much from the smaller ones. But here, this row is the Black Beauty eggplant. Look at this one, guys. Isn't that pretty? This one's ready for harvest. And then I have some smaller fruits right here. I think my first frost is around the mid-November, so I still have plenty of time to get some good harvest from my garden. In this raised bed, I planted some Pak Choy. This Pak Choy plants also came from the volunteer Pak Choy seedlings coming from the other raised bed that I've shown you, and I planted this in 2 batches. So the bigger ones are the first ones that I planted, and I have harvested from this Pak Choy plants for 3 times already. These are the newer ones right here. I think I planted this 2 weeks after I planted the first batch, and some of them are ready for harvest. When you harvest your Pak Choy, you don't need to pull the whole plant. What you do is you just cut the leaves, so you get it like this so that you don't kill the plant, and this will grow some more leaves. Well, I suggest that you use pruners or a pair of scissors to cut the leaves. These are my bell peppers. Some of them have turned yellow, which means that these plants need nitrogen. they're still producing. Look at that. This is so pretty. And there's a bigger one right here. This one is a yellow bell pepper. I'm going to show you the one that's ripe. See that one? Yellow bell peppers. And this plant is actually loaded. It's just loaded with fruits. Look at that. Don't know if you can see that. But yeah, that's so pretty. Oh, see that? Woo. Yes. Let's take a look at this one right here. This is also yellow bell. More yellow bells. Okay, there's a ripe one right there. And then I have some purple bell peppers. Look at this one. It's purple bell. I'm gonna harvest this today. Oh, I also have some banana peppers in this bed. This is one of the extra banana pepper seedlings that I had, that I just planted on the sides. And then over here in the next raised bed, I have some more purple bell peppers. These plants are also loaded with fruits. Look at that. Green, more purple bell peppers. We have some yellow bell peppers, purple bell peppers right here. And then all of this in here are banana peppers. Look at these banana peppers, guys. Ooh, and these are all ready for harvest. There's some more here, right there. And some of them are already on the ground because the fruits are giving too much weight on the plant. I should stake this, so that's gonna be one of the things that I will do next year. Make sure that I stake my peppers because the fruits can be heavy. You see this one right here, this is a banana pepper, but this one is already ripe. So this is a banana pepper that you can use for seed saving. Oh wow, I actually don't know. Oh, this one broke. Oh, that's, look at that. Well, I can still get this, but too bad this one broke. This is really heavy too. So, and it was so windy. We had a big rain a few days ago. Last night we had another rain. These plants are also needing nitrogen. Look at the leaves, they've turned yellow. But the ones that are still good, they are full of fruits. This is a smaller plant here that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big fruits just on one branch. More bell peppers right here. And oh, we have some more purple bell peppers. This is my biggest lemongrass, and then there's another one there in the back. So yeah, I actually have 3 lemongrass plants. Oh, look at that. I still have just a few tomatoes. I have harvested a lot of tomatoes already, and my tomatoes are frozen because I still don't have time to process them. I'm gonna make some spaghetti sauce and tomato soup, tomato juice from those frozen tomatoes. More marigold right here. And then this one right here, you see the okras. I have just harvested the okras. There are some right here. It's toward the end of their lifetimes. As you can see, there's not much leaves in this okras. And then over here, these are the tomatoes that have survived. Oops, I dropped one. I'll pick it up later. And whenever I find some like very ripe tomatoes, I just give them to my chickens. This is a good tomato right here for slicing. Look at that. It's a little, you see that? It's a little crack, but that should be fine. Now this tomato plant is still loaded with fruits as well. So yeah, I can probably get some, as long as we don't get an early frost, I should be able to get some decent harvest from these tomato plants. Of course, this one right here was my strawberry tower. Next year I'm gonna fix this. I will put the rest of the stackable planters on here with more strawberries. That's gonna be all for our little garden tour in October here in my garden in Kentucky. This is Merly. Thank you for watching and happy gardening. Bye.